Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 25th of February 2019. So, COVID-19 contagion sparks carnage as stocks wipe out all 2020 gains. That is at the moment. Let's see if they can bring the market back. More on that in just a moment. So, yesterday we see the market gap lower, trade lower, 1,000 points, but overnight prices have already started to make the move back towards the upside. We'll look at that in more detail in just a moment. So during yesterday, the market moved lower. In the pre-market session, as we saw it gap lower and continue to move lower, 400 or 500 points. Before we got to the open, the market then rallied and then managed to pull back. Retracement now, I don't think it's 76%, but it's not far off this. Let's just have a quick look from there to there. Oh, bang on. There you go. 76% retracement there. And from here to this low as well, 76% retracement there as the market came back to the 20 bar moving average and then continued lower. Bit of a bounce there and then continued lower once more there as well. So prices moving back to the upside before the close. Again, another retracement before we had a move of 100, 200, 250 points to then only reverse 250 points as well. Overnight, prices gap lower, traded down to yesterday's low and have since put on 400 points in the overnight market as the futures market has been bought heavily and currently above the 200 MA and the DP level. Now, it doesn't really matter about the news today, but there is some consumer news for today. But the market's going to be concerned with getting prices back to the upside. It's a classic let's buy the dip. And when you look at the implied volatility, you can see we're at 2132. Let me just zoom in. And this from the lows here is a doubling of the implied volatility. The market's got to have a bit of a breather, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see prices moving back to the upside for a couple of days, and then maybe we get a reversal back to the downside as the contagion continues to take grip and the global economy shuts down, which it's doing at the moment according to articles on Zero Hedge. Here you can see where we're now at the resistance for the implied volatility as well. Price is lower, but like I say, they don't like big corrections in the market anymore. However, we have got to take into consideration the coronavirus in the background and the impact this could have. So this could be a short-term bounce as opposed to going back to all-time highs. If it went back to all-time highs, I think most people would throw their hands in the air and say the insanity of it all, to be honest. And I mean, it's blatant manipulation. Yesterday, they even hit the gold market with a 30 billion sell order in futures contracts. That is not the sale of physical gold. That's absolute BS. That utter nonsense. That's just a futures market to try and slam the price of gold because it's seen as a safe haven, and they want to keep the stock market moving to the upside. They daren't let the stock market fall apart, because if it does, the whole of the economy is coming screaming down with it too. That said, there is definitely a problem. The bond yields, the 3-month, 2-year, down at minus 0.15, continuing to move lower. There is a serious problem, and there is a recession en route, as we've spoken about for the last year in the market alert, backed up by the previous data as well. So yeah, let's see what happens today, as the market at the moment is moving back to the upside, and price is trying to get back to, let's have a look, see where we've got some of the pivots. We've got a long way to go to the R1, to the high of yesterday, and then up to the R2. So there's quite a distance there for the market to move. But as the madness unfolds, anything can happen. Nothing surprises me anymore with the manipulation in this market. and their effort to keep it on its highs. But once it is allowed to go, it will be utter carnage. So let's wait and see. Okay, that will do it for this one. If there is any other news that comes out, like the market freezes up or anything, then I will let you know. But otherwise, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.